Hello, my name is Rick.
Ciao, my name is Millie.
And this is episode 10
Dieci
of season 4
quattro
of
Yonks Ago.
Man, you've got some chutzpah today.
Yeah.
Full of beans.
You know it.
We're going back, way back in the past. This is not our first season and it won't be the last. We've been thriving deep diving, won't deprive you of more. And breezing through the door is season 4. And for too long now she's been stuck in the dark. So we're gonna shine a light on Joan of Arc. And you know it's a show where we go with the flow as we learn about people from Yonks Ago. Give me Yonks, give me Yonks, give me Yonks Ago. Give me Yonks, give me Yonks, give me Yonks Ago. Cause you know we will grow everything that we know all about somebody from Yonks Ago. Gimme Yonks Ago. I say gimme Yonks Ago.
I say go so.
All right. We're here. We're in the kitchen. Episode 10.
Yeah.
Season 4.
I'm feeling good.
What day is it? Thursday.
Thursday.
A little Thursday arvo.
Wait, how do you say? Oh, giovedì.
Look, we're in the trenches.
How so?
With Joan. Well, she's...
Oh, I thought you meant we.
No, we're fine.
Oh, okay.
We're only in the trenches as far as Joan's concerned.
Yeah.
Just thinking back on where we left Joan. Captured.
Well, we're getting right into it.
I'm recapping.
Yeah, I get you, but usually we talk for a little bit at the start. That's why I thought you were talking about
You never know what
us.
I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's why I was
Well, are we in the
confused.
trenches? How you going, Millie?
Well, I'm fine. But I just sometimes you're like, oh, it's on a Thursday, and you're like, it's a bit gloomy outside. What the hell was that?
It's just
someone jumped on our roof.
It's just next door. There's
Yeah.
a bit of renovations going on next door. In case you're wondering
Scary.
where we're at, we've got builders, they're pottering around.
I reckon they're building, but that's just me.
Yeah, in a pottering kind of way, though. It's like there's never like a whole lot of action,
Yeah.
but there's just an occasional thump
Yeah, but I don't know.
and a gazunga.
One time there wasn't a house, and then the next day there was a house, and it just was there. So I
Yeah.
reckon they're magicians.
Yeah, I mean, or they just had a house ready to go and they just plonked it down,
Yeah.
craned it in.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it, but they get it done, and then they do a whole lot real quick, and then they just take their time,
Yeah.
finishing touches.
Exactly.
That's where the real time sink is.
Indeed.
As everyone knows, you can get the bulk of anything done in a rush, but it's the little finesses,
Yeah.
the little finishing touches.
Got to take your time on the bibliography.
That's the stuff that gets often left by the wayside.
Yeah.
The footnotes.
Yeah.
The attention to detail. So if you are one of those people, I know I am. I'm gonna get the meat and potatoes done,
Yeah.
and then maybe I'll get the finessing done. Probably
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
I'm not a finesser.
If I've got time to finesse, if I've got time to finesse, and I'll finesse. But usually I waste that time by procrastinating,
Yeah.
and then I have to get the bulk done within the amount of time that I have left.
Some people are finesses, some people ain't.
Yeah.
And we know what we do.
Yeah.
All right, you just got to accept who you are.
Exactly.
Don't try changing. don't be pleasing. Don't try finessing just because you think someone wants you to finesse.
We are now a motivational podcast.
Yeah. You're either a finesser or you're a meat and potatoes.
I thought you were going to make it rhyme. I really did. You're either a finesser
or a confessor.
Oh, there he goes. He's back.
It makes no sense, but it rhymes.
No, it doesn't need to make sense.
Yeah.
You can spin it, You just got to make people believe that it makes sense.
Anyway, look, Joan, she's in the trenches.
Yeah.
She's been captured. Best buds,
Unlike
J-Met's.
us, because we're motivational.
J-Met's dead.
Oh, I forgot. No.
J-Met's slain in an ambush. Bertrand de Poulengy,
He
amnesia.
makes it out alive. But barely.
He's alive, but has no idea who he is or what he stands for. Jeremy Johns betrayed them accidentally.
Yeah, he didn't mean to.
Don't even know how.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how.
He's the victim. Yeah.
He was a pawn. He was
Yeah.
a pawn in their
Yeah.
wicked plan.
Yeah.
And then the French, the Burgundians, captured Joan. And the English have purchased Joan off the Burgundians.
Jeez, it's not looking good.
And they're gonna get down to. They're not interested in finessing. They're interested in making her confessing.
Oh, I like it. I liked it, Dad.
It made no grammatical sense.
Hey, don't need to tell them
I'm
that.
full of apologies today, Millie. I'm not happy with myself. You know why? Because I just in an effort to squeeze as many things in today, I've just come off a bit of exercise.
Oh, so you're a bit jumbled, bit tired.
Mate, I've pushed myself too far.
Oh no!
I can't do.
I'm gonna have to do the heavy lifting.
I can't do brain and brawn.
Yeah,
I've got to do one or t'other.
yeah. And I'm neither.
Today I put my eggs in the brawn basket.
Yeah.
And now I've tried to flick over to brain, and my brain said, "Get
Well,
stuffed."
I reckon you seem smart to me no matter what.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So you don't. Yeah, I'm quite.
Just fake it. Just believe in myself.
That's what I'm saying. If you believe, then I believe,
Okay.
and then everyone else believes. I think that's how it works.
All right, no more apologies then.
Don't apologize.
If you notice in the rest of this podcast that I'm not making a lot of sense grammatically or thematically,
Do we ever make sense grammatically though?
oh mate, it's one of my strengths.
Let's chuck how about let's chuck grammar out the window this podcast? Grammar needs us. We don't need grammar.
Yeah. So from here on in, it's not me that's wrong, it's you that's wrong.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yonky doodlers.
See how I just bounce off you like that?
Bang.
Even with no grammar.
You ready to back me up?
Yeah.
All right, and here I am, doubting myself when you're here hyping me up.
Yeah.
Get on board.
We're in the trenches in the story, but we don't have to be in the trenches IRL.
Nah, all right. Look, you've turned me around.
Yeah.
So look, Joan's captured, and she is put on trial for heresy. They've taken her to Rouen. She's on the road to Rouen.
Oh.
Which is a English-controlled section of France.
Yeah.
So she's still in France, but basically in England.
That would be like if she had what's it called, like a biopic of her life. What's her name? Joan of Arc, Road to Ruin.
Yeah, Joan of Arc, Road to Ruin.
Yeah.
Yep, that's where she is right now.
Yeah.
And it's she's put on trial for heresy on the 9th of January 1431.
Sheesh, long time ago.
Yeah, it was Yonks Ago.
Yeah.
It was Yonks Ago, guys.
What'd you say?
Yeah. And so that's when they've set the trial. She's fronted up. She was accused of having blasphemed.
Whoa, I've never heard it said like that.
She's been blasphemed. Why? Number one reason. This is the number one beef they have with Joan of Arc. Here it is. Number one on the list, wearing men's clothing.
Blasphemy.
Blasphemy. Who do you think you are?
Terrible.
Joan of Arc.
Terrible.
What's with them slacks? Why are you wearing pants?
Not allowed.
And so that's it. They almost like case closed. They're like, we're putting you on trial. You wear men's clothes. She's probably wearing men's clothes at the trial.
Yeah.
They're like, Exhibit A, look at her. Case closed. But they've got more. That's just
Tip
number
of the
one.
iceberg.
So wearing men's clothes, acting upon visions that were demonic.
Whoa.
And
how do they know that?
Well, that's just their take on the situation.
She
said, I spoke to God. They said, God, we don't think so.
You speaking
Demonic.
to the devil. Yeah.
And third and final, refusing to submit her words and deeds to the church because she claimed she would be judged by God alone. She's like, who are you to judge me?
That's what I'm saying.
Church.
Yeah.
I'm going over your head.
Yeah.
You're here. You're acting like you're God's mouthpiece. I've got the real mouthpiece.
Exactly.
The actual God
Yeah.
speaking to me via visions.
Yeah.
I cut out the middleman. I've taken his pants and I'm wearing them.
Oh.
That's what she's saying.
I
They're
like
like,
that.
you're on trial.
Yeah. That's blasphemous.
You're not helping your case right now, Joan. Now, Joan's captors downplayed the political aspects of her trial by submitting her judgment to an ecclesiastical court, so a church. They're trying to make it very religious, this trial. Like, it's got nothing to do with politics.
Yeah.
We don't care. We only care about the whole religious aspects of this blasphemy.
Yeah.
But the trial, everyone knows, whispers on the street, politically motivated. Everyone knows it.
It's giving politically motivated.
Because Joan has testified that she testified that her visions had instructed her to defeat the English and crown Schmucky Jr.
Yeah.
And her success was argued, therefore, to be evidence that she was acting on behalf of God.
Yeah.
Bang. That's just how it's played out.
mean,
So,
duh.
if unchallenged, this is where the politics come in. If unchallenged, her testimony would invalidate the English claim to the rule of France. So if they just let those claims be, if they're like, fair enough, Joan, you do you.
Yeah.
It basically says that England has no claim to France.
Yeah.
Because God said that she should do this. She did it.
Exactly.
Bang. Who are England to argue with Joan and King Schmucky Jr. because he is ordained by God.
Yeah.
Ipso facto, get out of France, England.
Yeah.
And so politically, They've got to have
They have to have the beef.
they've got to take it
Yeah.
to task.
Yeah.
Or it's all over for them.
Yeah.
She's just now
Oh, God's not on our side.
exactly.
I don't
right.
reckon God was saying that at all.
So it would invalidate the English claim to rule of France and undermine the University of Paris, which supported the dual monarchy ruled by an English king. So a lot of people have got a lot of fingers in this.
It's
pie.
getting crazy.
Yeah.
It's getting crazy up in France and England.
So obviously they had a meeting. They were like, "Oh, Joan of Arc's pretty cool. She gets stuff done. How's she going? Should
Yeah.
we leave her be?" And they're like, "Oh, we could, but if we do, this will be the result." And
Yeah.
I've gone, "Ooh, that's no good."
Yes, not looking good, eh?
Yeah, if we get our hands on it, we're going to have to do something about it. And so they're acting like, "Oh no, we've just got to have a religious trial. It's all politics, baby. It's all politics." But at this stage in history, I've got to say, religion was basically politics
Yeah,
anyway.
that's what
There
I'm
was
saying.
not a lot of separation
Yeah.
between church and state. Not like these days.
Yeah, I mean,
The two never mix these
the Venn
days.
diagram does not cross over.
No, and nor should it. If it does, your Venn diagram's broken.
Yeah. Chuck
in-
that Venn diagram out the window.
Yeah, it's a broken diagram.
Oh,
I'm going
I
with
liked
it.
it. I liked it.
I'm
I
rolling
liked
with it.
Yeah.
So look, I'm not gonna act like there's a lot of excitement in this trial because the verdict was a foregone conclusion. Because the people putting on the trial, there's only one outcome that they can accept,
Yeah.
and so Joan's guilt was a foregone conclusion and could be used to compromise Schmucky Jr.'s claims to legitimacy by showing that he had been consecrated by an act of heresy. So in much the same way that her claims being left to stand invalidates England,
Yeah.
if they find her guilty, that invalidates in their, as far as they're concerned, that puts King Schmucky Jr. on the outs.
Yeah.
And they're like, the devil put you in charge. Go and get. And we'll give them even more motivation to try to overthrow that whole situation. So look,
Yeah.
there's not a lot of chance that Joan is coming out of this trial with a not guilty verdict.
Yeah.
No matter how good the lawyer is. She could hire hella good lawyers. Doesn't matter. They can have a rock solid case. She could have an alibi saying she wasn't even in France at the time.
Yeah.
She's going down. God himself could come down from heaven and say, "I told her to do it."
Yeah.
And they'd be like,
Well,
overruled.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you though?
Yeah.
I don't
You were
think
drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You weren't thinking.
So yeah, nothing is getting in the way of a guilty verdict. The most corrupt trial that ever was and ever will be. This trial. Who have we got? It's Cochon.
Ooh, cushion.
Yeah, Cochon. They've thrown caution to the wind. Cochon. Served as an ordinary judge of the trial. Just an ordinary
Oh,
judge.
you're just an ordinary judge living in an ordinary life.
Regular, ordinary, cautionary judge. Caution. The English subsidised the trial. They just paid for it.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, well, I mean, we don't want to affect the outcome,
Yeah, yeah.
but here's a lot of money to make it happen. Do you need snacks? We've got snacks. Do you need some? Do you want a horse to get you to and from the trial?
Oh, yeah.
Go get you a new horse. I'll get you 2 horses. There's a lot of under the table shenanigans going on.
Yeah.
They subsidised the trial, including payments to Cochon, the judge.
Oh, that's, I
It's
mean,
like pocket money. A little pocket money for the Cochon.
no reason.
No, just
Yeah.
like, well, you deserve it.
Yeah, exactly. You're just an ordinary man.
Hey,
Thanks for being the judge, mate. Thanks.
we love judges.
Yeah, yeah.
We've always loved judges, and we always will, especially
Yeah.
you, Cochon.
Yeah.
So they're paying everyone involved with the trial.
Yeah.
All but 8 of the 131 clergy who participated in the trial were French, and 2/3 were associated with the University of Paris,
Harry.
who we've already established have a lot of stake in making sure there's a guilty verdict.
Yeah.
And most were pro-Burgundian and pro-English. Not a lot of Joan fans on
Yeah.
on the jury.
Yeah.
So as we've said, as we've pointed out, time and time again, good luck, Joan. Fat chance.
I reckon she's good.
Now, Cochon,
Yeah.
to his credit, attempted to follow correct inquisitorial procedures.
It's because he's just a good guy. He's just an ordinary man.
He's just an ordinary judge.
Yeah.
He's
He's like, oh, I'm just going to be a judge, eh?
Like, I appreciate the pocket money.
Yeah.
Love my new horses, but I've got a trial to run.
Yeah, I mean,
And I'm going to run it.
I studied for this, mate.
Yeah, I'm ready. But that being said, the trial had many irregularities.
Okay.
They were just racking up irregularities. Joan should have been in the hands of the church during the trial and guarded by women. That's just the way things run.
Yeah.
But instead,
Uh-oh.
she was imprisoned by the English and guarded by male soldiers
Wow.
under the command of the Duke of Bedford. That could not have been a fun time for Joan.
No, I don't
I've got
think
to tell
so.
you.
I don't think
And
so.
that is, I mean, would not have liked to have been in Joan's shoes during that period. So she's thinking, well, at least I'm going to be, as per regular trial laws, at least I'm in the nunnery, guarded by women.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, that being said, I'm sure it still would not have been a pleasant time for her.
Oh, no.
Either way,
Yeah.
she's in the trenches.
Yeah.
But this does not sound great.
No.
And contrary to law, Cochon had not established Joan's infamy before proceeding with the trial. Don't know what that means. Joan was not read the charges against her until well after interrogations began.
Oh, that's
She had thrown this trial out.
Yeah.
The procedures were below inquisitorial standards, well below, subjecting Joan to lengthy interrogations without legal counsel. One of the trial clerics stepped down because he felt the testimony was coerced and its intention was to entrap Joan.
Yep.
Another challenged Cochon's right to judge the trial and he was put in jail. Gee, one of the clerics was like, oh, I don't know if this is going... Get out of here! He was the last one to call anyone into question.
He walks out of the room and just like bag over his head, taken out of there.
Yeah, he's like, I've got some problems with the way this trial's being run. And they're like, oh, do you? Well, step into this room and we'll just run through. We'll run through any of them. We'll follow correct procedures. Into this room. People just hear muffled.
Yeah.
And he was never seen again.
No.
There is evidence that the trial records were falsified. It was a dirty,
really?
dirty trial. No. So, look, I mean, as we said, I don't know why they went to such lengths to make it such a filthy, corrupt trial when they'd already stacked the trial to be like, they're going to get the right outcome.
Yeah.
Why be dirty dogs about it?
Dang.
They just couldn't get enough.
Yeah.
It's like, how dirty can we make this trial? I reckon they're trying to set a record for the dirtiest trial in history. I mean, we've had some dirty trials, guys, but how dirty can we play this? During the trial, Joan showed great control. Of course she did. Sent by God.
Mate, she's chilling.
Mate, the more you throw at her, the stronger she gets.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And she's doing it for the memory of J-Mets.
Oh, J-Mets, bro.
She's like, what would J-Mets want me to do?
Yeah.
Be strong.
Wait, no, didn't she not know?
I reckon she knows deep down.
Oh,
she might
yeah.
not have seen it.
Yeah.
She knows.
I mean, God told her, mate.
And she just would sense an emptiness in the world.
Hang on.
Like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
All is not well in the balance of nature.
Yeah. Oh, that's really sad.
Yeah.
She lost 2 subscribers.
She did. Oh, geez. She induced her interrogators to ask questions sequentially rather than simultaneously. I mean, that's a bold move.
Jeez, I wouldn't be doing that.
She had interrogators around her in a semicircle, all firing questions at her. And she's like, one at a time, lads.
You, then you.
Yeah. I will answer if you will show some order and decorum.
Yeah.
None of this all at once nonsense. She's, I mean, that's ballsy.
Yeah.
Because they were also, no doubt, kicking the crap out of her at the same time. Ask a question, sink the boot in.
Yeah.
She's like, one at a time.
Yeah.
And they fell in line. And she would also induce them to refer back to their records when appropriate and end the sessions when she requested.
Oh, slay.
She is not lying down. Witnesses at the trial were impressed by her prudence when answering questions.
Yeah.
For example, just FYI.
Oh, yeah, give me one.
In one exchange, she was asked if she knew she was in God's grace. Seems like a simple question.
Yeah.
But the question was meant to be as a scholarly trap.
Classic scholarly trap.
Some smart ass middle-aged scholar has come in and goes, Step back, lads. I've got a
I'm
question.
going to ask an ambiguous question.
And when she answers this, we have got her.
Yeah.
She's gonna fall for this one.
Yeah.
Because she's gonna. I know. I've got this, boys. Check it.
I'm working on something.
Give me the mic. There is no way. I'm just gonna lure her in with a cheeky little question, and when she gets it, case closed. Stand back, boys. Joan, do you think you are in God's graces? And she has
No comment.
It's like moving on. Because as church doctrine held that nobody could be certain of being in God's grace.
Oh, yeah.
If she answered in the positive, she would have been charged with heresy. If she answered in the negative, she's confessed her own guilt. So either way, in the positive, bang, that's heresy. Certain you're in God's graces. In the negative, what are you even talking about? The whole thing's based on the fact that you think you're in God's grace.
Yeah.
What's going on? Can't win.
Yeah.
So either way. And so Joan avoided the trap by stating that if she was not in God's grace, she hoped God would put her there. And if she was in God's grace, then she hoped she would remain so.
Nice.
And that guy is just like, he's been carted out the back and he was never seen again.
Jinx.
Where was I for the jinx, personal jinx again?
Whoa.
I can't remember how it goes.
You love Frozen, Dad.
I know, but it's been so long.
Jinx again. Our mental synchronization.
What we should do is practice before we start recording.
Nah,
That should be
I
our
don't want to
warm-up.
practice. It has to be a spur of the moment.
But I think
You have to practice alone.
Alone. All right, I got to watch Frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, and for anyone who's obviously up to date with the news, there's been announced that Frozen 3 is on the cards.
I'm worried.
Look, Frozen 2 was a dip in quality.
Yep.
But it wasn't a complete schmozzle.
No, it wasn't.
It did not have the back-to-back bangers that Frozen, the original, had.
What more can you go on with the story, though?
I'm not so fussed with the story as long as they keep giving me rock-solid bangers.
Yeah, but the bangers in the second one were a downgrade as well.
Yeah, but still.
So I hope,
What I'm hoping is, though,
they can either stay on that level or go down again.
I'm hoping that they learnt their lesson from Frozen 2. They're like, we can't just coast.
Yeah.
All right? We took a hit.
Yeah.
In our reputation and our credibility.
Yeah.
We're going to have to come back. If we're going to push it to a third one, it better be worthwhile. Like, we better come with some sizzle.
For real.
And some bangers.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I'm probably wrong. They're probably like, people will watch anything.
Yeah.
Put Frozen in the title. People will come.
Yeah.
Don't waste time writing good songs.
I'm going to watch it.
Yeah. That's it. And so they could be coasting on that.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping...
They're probably going to get freaking Lin-Manuel Miranda on it.
Why wouldn't you?
It's going to be some cheeky raps.
Yeah. There's not many animated musicals that don't have Lin-Manuel's cheeky paw prints all over it.
He gets his claws in there.
Yeah. And I'm not mad about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she's got herself out of that one. If I'm not in God's graces, hope he puts me there. If I am, hope I stay there.
Classic politician answer.
Yeah, she's real good.
Yeah.
Considering what she's been through. She's been stuck in a prison with the male guards, putting her through her paces. She's been neglected. She knows her subscribers are taking a hit.
Yeah.
And yet she's still got the wherewithal to be like, they're trying to get me here.
Yeah.
I'm not falling for it.
No.
Well done, Joan of Arc.
Yeah.
One of the court notaries at her trial later testified that the interrogators were stunned by her answer.
Oh, they couldn't hack it.
They were like,
that was
what?
that was a yes or no question.
Yeah, because they thought they had her, and they were like, oh, damn.
This one is going to get her. It did not.
To convince her to submit, Joan was shown the instruments of torture.
Oh.
They were like, you better start giving us what we need.
Yeah.
Otherwise, old hot pokers over here coming straight at you. So she's when she refused to be intimidated,
classic.
Cauchon met with about a dozen assessors, they're the clerical jurors, to vote on whether she should be tortured. And the majority decided against it.
Oh, period.
Oh, Joan. They're like, nah, come on.
Yeah. I like torture's a bit much, guys. Let's be real.
So, look, she's done pretty well so far. They're coming at her. They have got the dirtiest trial that ever did trial.
Bro. I've never heard of a dirtier trial.
Nah, and yet they're coming at her from all angles, and she's still holding her head high.
Mm-hmm.
She will not submit.
Yeah.
They're threatening her they're coming at her with cheeky paradox answers, and she knows her way around it.
Yeah.
They're showing her ways that she's going to be tortured. She's like, I'm cool with that.
Bro, I've been like shot a couple times.
Yeah, you're going to need more than hot pokers and rocks because I can hack pain.
Yeah.
It's
just another walk in the park.
So she's not fast. She's still. Everyone's like, damn, Joan of Arc is the real deal. Even in this, we've got her cornered.
Yeah.
Where we've stripped her of everything that has supported her to this moment in time, and yet here she is standing tall. What do we have to do to bring Joan of Arc to her knees?
Yeah.
Makes
you think maybe she is in God's graces.
I mean, they can't admit it.
Exactly.
They can't. They've backed themselves into a corner.
That's what I'm saying.
They're on the verge of having to find themselves guilty at this stage.
I mean, they kind of are. I mean,
there's
I didn't want to say it, but
we're on the thin edge of the church having to dismantle itself.
Yeah.
But I mean, at this stage, I think we're wrong.
Yeah.
I think Joan's right and we're wrong. There, we said it.
Oh dear.
And all of England just having to get out of France.
Yeah.
And say,
Sorry,
in fact,
guys, our bad.
I don't even think we deserve England.
Yeah.
I think France should come over to us and start ruling us. Joan was so right
Yeah.
that whatever she says from now on goes.
Yeah.
This trial could not have gone worse.
Yeah.
We have made we thought we had this in the bag, but we didn't realize that Joan was the bag.
Yeah.
we only were in the bag because Joan let us in the bag.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, dang.
I mean, I don't know what else I can say. I've got nothing else to say. But look, so far so good.
Yeah.
Is what I've got to say.
Yeah, like.
Oh yeah. Look,
Yeah.
sure.
I mean,
she's in prison.
Yeah.
She's
it's not a good time.
She's not having a great time.
Yeah.
But it's only, as always.
But she's kind of slaying still.
What doesn't kill her makes her stronger.
Exactly.
Which could be, I think once. Look, I don't want to spoil the ending, but I think the fact that whatever doesn't kill her makes her stronger. Once they realise that, they've only got one move left in them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
But at this stage, they're trying to figure out if they can bring her down by any means necessary.
Yeah.
And it's only making her stronger.
Yeah.
How long can this go on? We'll see.
Oh,
but I think that's probably a good place to leave it.
Yeah.
At the high point.
How many episodes do you reckon we got left in the bag?
Couple more.
Way.
I mean, a couple more. Yeah, a couple more.
Do you reckon we should do a cheeky wrap-up song? Wrap-up rap, if you will, for this season?
I don't want to make any promises because I've let the Yonky Doodles
do you have
down
it in
before.
you? Yeah, what I'm saying, we tried to do one for Nancy Wake, which was like 50 plus episodes.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You're trying to put in fact and also, I don't want to say fiction, but some of the stuff that we also put in there.
Maybe what I need to do, and we didn't even bother with Donny B.
No one wants one.
No. Because that would be in the key of Donny B flat.
Hey!
But maybe what I need to think about, maybe what will inspire me is to not think of it as a season wrap up. So I'm not trying to summarize everything we've learned because that puts a lot of pressure on me. Like, what were the key?
And then you got to like re-listen as well. It's like whatever.
So maybe I just need to come up with a song that is a tribute to Joan of Arc.
Yeah.
Using elements of things that I've learned about her, things that have stuck with me, but I'm not necessarily going through bang, bang. These are all the things. Like, I'm not like, I've got to include Jeremy Johns. I've got to include bloody blah.
And
there was this battle where she did this.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't put the bit where she got hit with an arrow in the thing. I just need, what I need to try to do is just sit down and come up with a song that is a tribute.
And the essence of Joan of Arc.
Things we've learned, things that have stuck with me.
Yeah.
Here's the impact that Joan has had on me.
I don't think you need to like go back and listen and like get all the like little details.
You're right. Take that pressure off.
It's like what have I learnt from doing this season and what's stuck with me?
Indeed.
You know?
Look. This is
Yeah.
getting some traction.
And I get it. It was also easier for the first season because you already had the backbone of the song. Like,
Yeah.
you already had that song that you wrote for the Ed Kelly musical.
I did. Yeah. I had a song.
So that was, I mean,
basically-
you already had the structure, mate.
I was just
You
adding.
Yeah. It was easy. So I get that as
And
well.
I was young. I was motivated.
Oh, mate.
It was a different time.
Yeah.
It was pre-COVID. The world was our oyster. But now I'm beaten down.
Yeah.
I'm a broken shell of a man.
Well, just like Joan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so maybe you could
but what
draw
doesn't-
on that.
What doesn't kill me makes me stronger.
That's what I'm saying.
Adapt.
Yeah.
I've got to come at it like Joan on trial.
Yeah.
They thought they had her. They thought that I couldn't do a wrap up, but maybe I can.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe I've got something in me. It's not a wrap up. It's an exclamation point.
Ooh,
That's-
and he's done it.
That's what I'm trying to come
Yeah.
up with. A song that is the exclamation point for this season.
Yes.
Tribute to Joan. All right.
And it's just a little bit of fun, us hitting the recording
Oh,
studio.
mate. And it's
It's so cheeky,
creative. You're tapping
Yeah.
into a different kind of muse.
I reckon.
And you're adding something into the world
Yeah.
that is it's enjoyable for all concerned.
It's art.
It is.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like another little bit of music in the world?
Me. I mean, not me. Oh, no, wait. 'Cause
Fine, I won't.
I was going to say, not me, but then I forgot what you said.
I know. It's because I was talking in circles, and so
Yeah.
I do sometimes throw too many double
Yeah,
negatives
yeah.
into a statement.
I wanted to.
Yeah, good. All right, we're on board. It's gaining traction. It's looking good. I don't want to make promises because I've let people down before.
Yeah.
But I solemnly swear
Don't do it for the people. Do it for you.
that there 100% will be an exclamation point song for this season.
Whoa!
Lock it in. No takesy backsies.
Yeah.
Unless I fail to do it, in which case, too bad for everyone, and including me.
Oh, well.
Yeah. What can I do? Hey, you're not the boss of me.
Ooh.
But look, it's building. It's excitement.
Yeah.
But we're not there yet. We've still got at least a couple of episodes
mate.
for me to get on board that
Yeah.
exclamation
Get
point
around
train.
it. Get amongst it.
Stop waffling and let's end this episode so that we can one day in a few months or weeks come back with the next episode of
Yonks Ago.
Oh, I did it.